What's up guys, so for this video I will be playing Mission 10 of Halo 2 called Gravemind, so with that said, let's get started with the playthrough.
What is that?
I am a monument to all your sins.
Relax. I'd rather not piss this thing off.
Demon. This one is machine and nerve, and has its mind concluded. This one is but flesh and faith, and is the more deluded.
Kill me or release me, parasite. But do not waste my time with talk.
There is much talk, and I have listened through rock and metal and time. Now I shall talk, and you shall listen.
Greetings! I am 2401 Penitent Tangent. I am the monitor of Installation 05.
And I am the Prophet of Regret, Counselor Most High, Hierarch of the Covenant.
A reclaimer? Here? At last! We have much to do! This facility must be activated if we are to control this outbreak!
Stay where you are. Nothing can be done until my sermon is complete.
Not true. This installation has a successful utilization record of 1.2 trillion simulated and 1 actual. It is ready to fire on demand.
Of all the objects our lords left behind, there are none so worthless as these oracles. They know nothing of the great journey!
And you know nothing about containment. You have demonstrated complete disregard for even the most basic protocols.
This one's containment, and this one's great journey are the same. Your prophets have promised you freedom from a doomed existence, but you will find no salvation on this ring. Those who built this place knew what they wrought. Do not mistake their intent, or all will perish as they did before.
This thing is right. Halo is a weapon. Your prophets are making a big mistake.
Your ignorance already destroyed one of the sacred rings, demon. It shall not harm another.
If you will not hear the truth, then I will show it to you. There is still time to stop the key from turning, but first it must be found. You will search one likely spot, and you will search another. Fate had us meet as foes, but this ring will make us brothers.
We are, all of us, gravely concerned. The release of the parasite was unexpected, unfortunate, but there is no need to panic. In truth, this is a time to rejoice. A moment that all the Covenant should savor. For the sacred icon has been found. With it, our path is clear, our entry into the divine beyond guaranteed. The great journey is nigh, and nothing, not even the flood, can stop it.
Boo.
Kill the demon!
You know, if you're
After you
playing
can
this
kill those
mission on
brutes, the
Legendary, you can die before the
They don't have
text on
shield
the bottom
generators.
right
Take them out
and
before-
the needler reticle loads in. You can die before you even move, which is just absolutely fucking stupid. By the time Cortana says brute, you're already dead, which is just ridiculous. Plus, this section is entirely luck dependent. Sometimes the brutes just spot you and gun you down
Oh, I
like
don't
no
think so.
tomorrow before you even load in. Or you can load in and move. The brutes take a bit of time before they spot you and start shooting at you, and you have to hide behind this little pieces of cover right here, which you know, when you have the needler to fight against the brutes, yeah, it's not very fun, and it makes legendary very difficult, even more difficult when you are forced to use needlers that have really bad tracking abilities. Also, the brutes, they shoot at you faster than you can shoot all of the weapons you use to kill them, which is just really stupid. Also, what makes it
Put me
even
down on
more
one of the
difficult
pedestals near the
is
door.
you have to use the dual-wield needlers to kill the brutes that wield the Covenant Carbine, and that's very difficult, especially on
True.
Legendary,
He
so
has
you
the
have to
index. You've got
duck
to take it
behind
from him.
cover and
Let me get these
shoot a
doors.
bit of needlers
Go.
and hope
It'll be easier
they
to
travel
track
to
Truth
the
if
brute
I
that
stay in the
wields
network.
the Covenant Carbine, just so you can use the Covenant Carbine to get past the first section of Gravemind, which is just ridiculous. Again, that section is entirely luck dependent, which is really frustrating. Did you know you can kill the brute captain that wields the brute shot before it reaches the top of the grav lift? If you didn't know that, well, you definitely learned
Watch out for
something
the captain.
new.
It's got a brute shot.
Truth is moving through the lower levels of the tower. I'll reverse this grav lift. Drop down, try to cut him off. It's safe, really. Just step in.
Reinforce all approaches to the holding pens. Slay the demon on sight.
Wait a minute. I'm reading marine IFF transponders. The signals are originating somewhere below your position.
There's another lift in the next room.
There are 2 groups of Marines in this detention block. I'll zero their locations. You neutralize the guards. Quiet.
Yeah, you can't really neutralize the guards quietly, because if you're playing on Legendary, you could be so fucking unlucky that the brutes, the grunts, and the jackals spot you and shoot you and then kill you before you can even land to the bottom of the grav lift, which is just ridiculous. Also, you can't do nothing about it while you're flying down to land onto the grav lift. So you just have to accept your death and try again and hope that the brutes, grunts and jackals don't spot you before you can land on the grav lift. Also, if you still keep getting killed by the brutes, jackals and grunts before you can land on the central grav lift, you will go back 2 checkpoints, and if there was no 2 checkpoints in this game, you would have to restart the entire mission if there was no feature which allowed you to go back 2 checkpoints if you kept dying too much, which really sucks. Also, you have to hope that the brutes, jackals and grunts don't spot you the moment you fly down and you're on your way to land on the central grav lift. This section is once again luck dependent, because sometimes you can have the brutes, jackals and grunts kill you before you even land on the central grav lift, and other times you could be lucky they don't spot you and kill you while you're flying down, but you will have to kill all of the enemies like brutes, jackals and grunts before they start shooting at you and killing you. Oh yeah, while you're doing exactly that, you will have to find the nearest piece of cover possible before you're killed, which is very frustrating.
Listen up, Marines. The Chief's hunting a prophet, and you're gonna help him kill it.
No sense sticking around here!
One more group of Marines to go, Chief.
Come to the middle level. 4 guards, get ready.
We're under attack!
That's all of the Marines, Chief. Good work.
Get out of here the same way we came in, the central grav lift. Hostile reinforcements coming down the lift.
Oh yeah, I should definitely refill ammo for the Covenant carbine.
The lift is clear. Step on in.
Fear not, my brothers, the sacred icon is secure. It was Tartarus and his troops who took the icon from the flood. For that they have our thanks.
Excellent. Truth is broadcasting on the move. It'll make him much easier to track.
Kick them while they're down! Get them!
The elites have failed to protect the prophets, and in so doing put all our lives at risk. The No warrior for getting through. Thou and Drake keep us safe whilst we find the path.
Chief, yeah!
I've got a fix on Truth just outside this tower, Chief.
You must keep the beam rifle with you alongside your other weapon, just to use it against the hunters, because the beam rifle kills the hunters within one shot, which is very crazy. I don't know if it's still a one shot to the hunters in the weak spot on legendary or heroic, but on normal and easy you can kill them in one beam rifle shot, which is very effective against the hunters. If you want to kill them quickly, use a beam rifle. You can also use the fuel rod cannon to kill the hunters, however you would have to shoot the fuel rod cannon in front of the hunters, like on the front side, instead of using the beam rifle. Then hold it out and wait for the hunter to use their charged attack. Dodge it and then shoot in their weak spot using the beam rifle. Here is the terminal location for the mission Gravemind.
The Covenant just destroyed 2 of their own ships, and I'm hearing reports of small arms fire throughout their fleet.
Creatures of the Covenant, paths toward, and we shall walk it side by side.
It's in Amber Class.
Big man.
Haley, no response.
You should definitely go up here because you can see this part of the area and kill the brutes and elites while they're fighting each other. They won't even spot you up here, which is very cool. So definitely use the Covenant carbine and the beam rifle to pick off the elites and brutes that are fighting each other, even though they don't see you. Also, you can just walk across it without having to fight the elites and brutes that are fighting each other. They will despawn if you basically just walk across this beam structure, which is very amazing. So if you don't want to fight the elites and brutes, you can just skip past it.
At this moment, councillors gather on Halo to see the icons.
Rise, Pack Brothers! Cast down the elite!
There are those who said this day would never come. What are they to say now?
Once the towers are cleared, we'll drive them from the lower districts!
I have listened to the Oracle, and it confirmed our deepest hope. The great journey begins with Halo.
The elites are falling back to the mausoleum. Fools! Their arbiter can do nothing for them now.
Who would doubt the prophets? What have we foretold that has not come to pass?
Fighting the brutes in Halo 2 is very frustrating for 3 reasons. Reason 1, the brutes are melee sponges, meaning no matter how many times you melee a brute, they will always survive, which is just incredibly unfun to have to deal with. So the only way you can kill a brute by melee is by assassinating them, and that is if they don't spot you. If you are spotted by a brute, meleeing them won't help, it will do nothing to the brutes. Reason 2, the brutes have a very high amount of health. Basically what that means is if you use any other weapon that isn't precision weapon or needlers dual wielded, basically needler detonations, for all the brutes you have to shoot off their helmet and then shoot them again in order to kill them, which is just very unfun to have to deal with. Which makes headshot weapons like the Covenant Carbine and Beam Rifle and Battle Rifle much more mandatory than you expect. Yes, you can plasma stick a brute, however that doesn't always work because the brutes, they will move out of the way by like diving out of the way, which has happened, or when they're in their berserk form, they will just run past it. So it won't always work. In order for it to work, they have to stay completely still. Also, you have to aim at the brute's head because that is the most effective way to kill the brute. It doesn't matter the distance, short range, medium range or long range, it doesn't matter. Headshot capable weapons are much more viable to use in order to kill the brutes much quicker than using dual wield needlers or plasma sticks and assassinations. Third and final reason why I hate Halo 2's brutes when you go up against them, and that is the berserk model. So basically what this is the brute that you shoot at way too many times will drop whatever weapon they're holding, whether you kill its companions or, you know, they want to kill you quicker, so they charge at you like a raging bull. So the best way to kill the berserk brutes is to use dual wield needlers, however they charge at you very fast, so you are best off killing the enraged brutes by using a precision weapon like Covenant Carbine and the beam rifle or plasma grenade sticking the enraged brute. Also, what I hate about enraged brutes is that they charge at you very fast, so you don't have much time to think and react. You have to do it right then and there, or else they'll charge at you and melee you, then kill you very fast. Sure, it takes 2 melee hits for the brutes to kill you, however they hit so fast it doesn't really matter. Also, what's even more unfortunate is that when you throw a plasma grenade at a brute that's enraged, it will still charge towards you very fast even though you've stuck a brute with a plasma grenade, and that really sucks. It wasn't up until Halo 3 that Bungie decided to give brutes shields, which makes them much more easier to fight against, whereas in Halo 2 they don't have shields, so taking them down is much more of a nuisance. So yeah, those are my 3 reasons as to why I hate going up against brutes in Halo 2. Now for this section, when brutes and elites are fighting each other, you can participate in choosing which one you want to kill, which is either brutes or elites. You can decide which one you want to kill while they're both fighting each other. However, do keep in mind, sometimes one of the brutes or one of the elites will shoot at you, so be very careful of that. Also, I say it's definitely best to pick off an elite and a brute while they're all fighting each other, just to give yourself an easier time fighting against the brutes and elites.
I'm picking up 2 more transponders. It's the Commander and Johnson. They're closing on Truth's position, Chief. They'll need your help. This way, Chief.
Definitely make sure you pick up a plasma pistol to drain the shields of these 3 elites, because that will make you kill them a lot easier, because you've drained the shields already with an overcharged plasma pistol. Then you can finish them off using a Covenant Carbine. I didn't find the plasma pistol, but if you are playing this mission in Halo 2, make sure you find the plasma pistol after you have completely emptied the beam rifle.
Let's get the index and find a way out of here before things get really ugly.
Split them up, one in each phantom.
The hopes of all the Covenant rest on your shoulders, Chieftain.
My faith is strong. I will not fail.
Let him be. The great journey waits for no one, brother. Not even you.
thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Leave a like on the video if you have, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in Mission 11 of Halo 2 called Uprising. So take care, guys.